Hi everyone. So let me discuss another definition in group theory, that is abelian group or commutative group. So definition of this is a system G star where G is a non-empty set and star is a binary operation on G is called abelian group if it satisfies the following axioms. Okay, so that is, first one is closure law. For all a comma b belongs to G, then a star b belongs to G. For all a comma b belongs to G, then a star b belongs to G. So associative law, that is, for all a comma b comma c belongs to G, then a star b star c is equal to a star b star c. Okay, so if it satisfies this condition, then that is associative law. So next condition is, that is existence of identity. There exists an element E belongs to G called an identity such that A star E is equal to A is equal to E star A for all A belongs to G. So if it satisfies this condition, that is A star E is equal to A is equal to E star A, then here E is called an identity element. Okay, so fourth property is, that is existence of inverse. For each A belongs to Z, there exists an element A inverse belongs to Z called an inverse of A such that A star A inverse is equal to E, that is equal to A inverse star A. Here also E is the identity element and A inverse is the inverse of A. So fifth condition is commutative law, that is, for all A comma B belongs to Z, then A star B is equal to B star A. If it satisfies above 5 conditions, then that is abelian group. If it satisfies above 4 conditions, that is condition 1, condition 2 and condition 4, then that is group. Okay, then that is group. If it satisfies closure law, associative law and existence of identity, then that is monoid. If it satisfies 2 conditions, that is closure law and associative law, then that is semi group. If it satisfies only one condition, that is closure law, then that is quasi group. So for this I have here written a diagram for your convenience. Okay, so closure law, associative law, both together semi group. With semi group, if it satisfies another condition, that is existence of identity, then that is monoid. With monoid, if it satisfies existence of inverse, then that is group. With group, if it satisfies commutative law, then that is commutative group or abelian group. So you remember this diagram for your definition purpose. If it satisfies only one condition, then that is quasi group. Okay, with closure law, if it satisfies associative law, then it is semi group. With semi group, if it satisfies existence of identity, then that is monoid. With monoid, if it satisfies existence of inverse, then this is group. With group, it satisfies commutative law, then this is commutative group or abelian group. You follow this diagram for your definition purpose, then it is easy to remember. These all definitions. Okay, so next example. So here an example is there. So that is if Q plus is the set of all positive rational numbers and star is a binary operation defined on Q plus by A star B is equal to AB by phi for all A comma B belongs to Q plus, then prove that Q plus star is an infinite abelian group. So here we have to satisfy using this condition. We have to prove that this group is an abelian group. Okay, so here the given data is q plus be the set of all positive rational numbers. Okay, so then first let we check your closure law, that is let a comma b belongs to q plus, then a star b is equal to ab by 5. You take any positive rational numbers divided by 5, then again you get a positive rational number. Then this condition holds good. Therefore your q plus is closed under star. Therefore your closure law holds good. Next, associative law. Let a comma b comma c belongs to q plus, then a star b star c is equal to ab by 5 star c, because your a star b is ab by 5 with star c. So this is equal to ab by 5 into, here your multiplication is a binary operation. Therefore, so ab by 5 into c by 5 is equal to abc by 25. 5 into 5, 25. So next condition is, that is your a star b star c. So here your b star c is using condition, we can write this as bc by 5, that is a star bc by 5. So this is, if we remove our star by multiplication, then it will become a by 5 into bc by 5. So this is equal to abc by 25. So this is equal to this. Okay, so that is a star b star c is equal to abc by 25, and a star b star c is equal to abc by 25. So for both the condition, the resulting solution is same. Therefore our associative law holds good here also. So next is existence of identity. So let a belongs to q plus, then a star e is equal to a, that is equal to e star a. So that implies that a star e is equal to a by 5 into e. So this is equal to, in this case we get, so a star, so a by our, so using our condition, that is a star b is equal to ab by 5. So for in a similar manner, a star e is equal to a by 5 into e. So that is equal to a, here. So this is ae by 5 is equal to a. So a divides a becomes 1. So using cross multiplication, we can write here e is equal to 5. So in the similar manner, e star a is equal to a. So this is e into a by 5 is equal to a. So here also we get e is equal to 5. Therefore 5 is the identity element of q plus, and our pi belongs to what? q plus. So next is existence of inverse. For all a belongs to q plus, a star a inverse is equal to 5 is equal to a inverse star a. So here we write, so because a star a inverse is equal to e is equal to a inverse star a, our e is what? 5. Because our identity element is 5. In the case of our existence of identity. So using above data, that is a star b is equal to ab by 5, we can rewrite this as a into a inverse by 5 is equal to 5. Here also a inverse into a by 5 is equal to 5. So a into a inverse is equal to what? 25. Using cross multiplication, we write a into a inverse is equal to 25. Here also a inverse into a is equal to 25. Therefore a inverse is equal to what? 25 by a. Here also a inverse is equal to 25 by a. So therefore 25 by a belongs to q plus. If you take in the place of a any positive rational numbers, so then we get again a positive rational number. Okay, so 25 by a belongs to q plus is an inverse of a. Hence q plus star is a group. So next we have to check our commutative law. Okay, commutative law. So because here the question is, we have to prove using that condition, is it an infinite abelian group? Okay. So commutative law, for all a comma b belongs to q plus, then a star b is equal to b star a. That implies that a star b is equal to ab by phi and b star a is equal to ba by phi. So this is can be written as, so because a star b is equal to b star a, so we can write this as also ab by phi. So therefore in both the cases we get ab by phi, therefore a star b is equal to b star a, therefore commutative law holds good. Therefore here all the phi conditions holds good, therefore we can say q plus star is an abelian group. Q plus star is an abelian group. Okay. So next is a definition, that is addition and multiplication modulo. Addition and multiplication modulo. So this is easy concept. Okay. So here let me see the definition of addition modulo as well as multiplication modulo with the help of example. Okay. So the addition modulo m of a and b, the addition modulo m of a and b is defined as the least non-negative remainder r obtained when a plus b is divided by m. The addition modulo m of a and b is defined as least non-negative remainder r obtained when a plus b is divided by m. So it is written as a plus m a plus b. So here m is equal to r, where 0 is less than or equal to r is less than m. So here a plus b is equal to r. So here m is so we have to divide a plus b by m. Okay. So for this I will take an example, that is a plus 8 divides m. Divides m means 5 is equal to 1. So here 3 plus 8 is what? 3 plus 8 is what? 11. So when 11 is divided by 5, what we get here? Remainder 1. So here the solution is what? 1. So 3 plus 8 is 11. When 11 is divided by 5, the remainder is 1. So in the similar manner, another example is 23 plus 10. 23 plus 10 is 33. When it is divided by 7, we get the remainder is 5. Remainder is 5. Therefore 5 is the resulting solution. So in a similar manner we can take lots of examples. Okay. So these two examples are for you to understand what is addition modulo. So next let me see multiplication modulo. So the multiplication modulo m of a and b is defined as the least non-negative remainder r when product ab is divided by m. When product ab is divided by m. So it is written as a cross b divided by m is equal to r, where 0 is less than or equal to r is less than m. So here I take an example for your convenience. So here 5 cross 5 divides 4. Okay. So 5 into 5 is what? 25. When 25 is divided by 4, we get the remainder is what? 1. Because 25 divides 4 means 6 4s are 4 6s are 24. So remainder is 1. So that is the resulting solution for this example. Okay. In the similar manner, so 3 cross 8 divides 5. So what is the resulting solution for in this case? So 3 into 8 3s are 24. When it is divided by 5, 5 4s are 20, remainder is what? 4. So this is the resulting solution for your multiplication modulo. Okay. So for this I take an example. Okay. So let me see. So using your addition modulo and multiplication modulo, we prove examples, that is when we prove examples. So here an example is there, an example is there, an example is there, an example is there. So that is prove that Z is equal to 1, 5, 7 and 11 is an abelian group with respect to the multiplication to the modulo 12. So here consider the group Z is equal to 1, 5, 7, 11. Okay, so this is multiplication modulo 12. So I write here a composition table, that is 1, 5, 7, 11. So column 1, 5, 7, 11. Okay, 1, 5, 7, 11. So 1 into 1, 1. So here also if you divide it by 12, remainder becomes 1 only. So 1 into 5, 5, least number. So 1 into 7, 7, 1 into 7, 7, 1 into 11, 11. So 5 into 1, 5, 5 into 5, 5 into 5, 25, 25 divides 12, it will become 1. So 5 into 7, so 5 7s are 35 and it divides by 12. So 12 2s are 24, remaining value is 24, 6 plus 5, 11. So 5 11s are 55. So 12 4s are 48, 48 plus 7, 55. So next 7 5s are 7 5s are 7 5s are 7 5s are 35 divided by 12. So it is what? It is 35 divided by 24. So 12 35 divides 12, then it will become, so in this case let me see, so 5 7s are, so this is 11. Okay, so sorry, so 7 1s are 7, 7 1s are 7, 7 5s are 35, 35 divides 12, so remainder is 11. So because 35 divides 12, 12 2s are 24, so remaining term is 11. So 11 in 11, so we can divide by 12, so least number, so we can write 11. So 7 7s are 49, 49 divides 12, so the remainder is 1. 7 11s are 77, so 77 divided by 12, so 77 divided by 12, 12 5s are 60, 12 6s are 72, remaining term is 5. 11 1s are 11, 11 5s are 55, so 48, 12 4s are 48, remaining term is 7, remainder. So next 11 7s are 77, so remaining term is, because 12 6s are 72, remaining term is, remainder is 5. 11 11s are 121, so divided by 12, 12 10s are 120, so remaining term is 1. So here let me see closure law. So here all the entries in the table are the elements of Z. So because no other terms other than Z. Okay, so all the terms within Z, therefore here your closure law holds good. So associative law, consider, so here I consider 1 multiplication modulo 12 into 5. So multiplication modulo 12 7, so this is equal to 1 into 5, 5 divides 12, 5, multiplication modulo 12 7, so 7 5s are 35, 35 divides 12, So 12 2s are 24, remaining term is 11. So in this case also, 1 multiplication modulo 12, 5 multiplication modulo 12, 7. So 5 sevens are 35. So divides by 12. So here left remainder is 11. 1 into 11 divided by 12. 1 into 11 divided by 12. So that is 11. 11 divided by 12. So here 11, we get 11 itself. Remainder is 11 itself. So therefore, in both the cases, 1 A star B star C also 11. A star B star C also 11. So therefore here A star B star C is equal to A star B star C. In both the cases we get using multiplication modulo 12, we get 11, resulting solution 11. Therefore here associative law holds good. So next, identity law. The row loaded by the element 1 is identical to the top row. So here, so first row, that is 1 5 7 11. So this is same as this 1 5 7 11. Therefore this becomes an identity element, that is 1 is the identity element, so therefore 1 belongs to Z. So inverse law, from the above table it is clear that so here the identity element is 1. So in first row 1 is here, so therefore 1 inverse is what? 1. So in the second row 1 is here, okay, 5 inverse is 5. So next, in the third row 7 is, so 1 is here, identity element 1 is here, so 7 inverse is what? 7. Next, fourth row 1 is here, so 11 inverse is what? 11 inverse is what? 11. So in all the cases we get inverse for each element, therefore inverse law holds good. So next, commutative law. From the table it is clear that above the principal diagonal the table is symmetrical, therefore commutative law holds good. So see here the table, okay, so 5 7 11 is symmetrical to what? 5 7 11. So this is row, this is column, okay. So 1 11 7, so this is symmetrical to 1 11 7. So here 1 5 1 5, okay. So here so here the principal, about the principal diagonal the table is symmetrical, so therefore commutative law holds good. Therefore Z multiplication modulo 12 is an abelian group. Z multiplication modulo 12 is an abelian group. So with this I conclude today's class. If you have any doubts regarding these concepts, so you can send questions to my WhatsApp number, so I will clarify your doubts. Okay, thank you.